G'day guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video we are going to be ranking 2022 AFL training Guernseys. Haven't seen this video done before, and I am a massive fan of ranking Guernseys on my channel. I've done it a lot of times during last year and previous AFL seasons. Really loved getting to see the small detail and everything put into AFL Guernsey. So today we're going to be taking it a step further. We're going to be taking it off field. We're going to be taking it into the training ground, and we're going to be ranking every AFL team's training Guernsey. Now, some of these Guernseys may not be the most current Guernsey up to date that they use. I've just had to get the ones that I can find the best off the internet, so they will have to do for today's video. Some teams may have multiple different training Guernseys in this video, so just want to point that out as well. If you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. The footy season is up and coming, and the AFL content will be coming out every week. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, because you don't want to miss an upload. Rightio everyone, so here we are on the tier maker I created. We have elite, good, alright, dislike, and then straight up awful. And as you can see here, there's 2 for Adelaide, 2 for Brisbane, and some teams have multiple. Some teams even have 3, like the Cats here. They've got orange, pink, and the normal blue. So yeah, some teams have multiple, some teams aren't up to date, but we'll just be ranking with what is on this tier maker today. So starting off with the Adelaide Crows, they've got 2 kits this year that they're using. Now this one has a Toyota in the middle. I'm going to put it in alright. I'm not going to say it's good, because it's just a basic Clash Guernsey. It's just a basic training Guernsey, nothing special. I know there is a bit of small detail on the jumper, but I'm going to put it in alright. And as well as this one, I'm also going to put in alright with the other Adelaide. So starting it off, 2 Adelaides straight into the alright section, just because this one has no sponsors in the middle. It's a really plain jumper, but if you look closely, there is a few small details, small patterns. Moving on to Brisbane. Now this, I'm going to actually put straight up in elite. That tone of blue that they use, I'm pretty sure they use a certain Guernsey every time they play in Victoria, the Brisbane Lions, and they have used this to perfection on this home Guernsey. I would actually go out of my way and purchase this with my own money if I got the chance to, because that Guernsey looks absolutely incredible. The gradient from blue down to maroon, and then the gold lion standing out for a training Guernsey. This is incredible. Probably one of the best we have here on this list. And moving on to their second one. Their second one's not even bad as well. We could probably put them both in elite, but I'm going to put this one down a notch just because I don't like as much as this bright coloured one. Now this one obviously has a bit of darker shades in this training Guernsey, so I'm going to put it in good for now. Moving on to Colton, they just have the one training Guernsey, and this is going to be the first time I've probably put a Colton jumper in ranking Guernsey's videos above from the bottom tier. I'm going to put it in alright. Now there's some small detail, but it's very hard to match the Lions. The Lions have some good ones. It's going to go in alright with the Crows. It's not giving me too much, just got the sponsorships and then also some small detail across the Guernsey, which doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty nice for a nice and basic kit. I'm going to put it in alright. Now moving on to Collingwood, I'm going to put this one above Colton. I'm going to put it in alright. I love the standing out Emirates logo in the middle, as well as the Pies logo up the top right. And also what I really like is grey on black, because it's so subtle. You can hardly see anything from here distance, but if you zoom in, you can see the difference there. You can definitely see it. Now moving on to Essendon, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad Guernsey. However, it's just the fact that it's got the new logo on it, and let's be honest right now, the new logo is appalling. I'm going to put it in dislike. Now, I like everything in this Guernsey apart from the logo. The logo just ruins it. If they had their normal logo in this, I reckon they could go up 2 more tiers than where I've put them currently. Moving on to Freo, I haven't been able to get the best photo for the Freo Dockers one, as I wasn't able to find one on the web. I had to go onto their merchandise website. But the Dockers, very plain kit, and if I'm going to be honest, there's small detail on it, but you can't see it from here. You'll have to type it up yourself to actually see the small detail. It's not too bad, but I would go out of my way to buy it just because I am a Freo fan, but I don't dislike it. That's the thing, because I'm a Freo fan, so I'm going to put it in alright. It's not giving me too much, but you can see some subtle V's in there to represent, obviously, the home clash and on-field Guernseys. Now moving on to the Cats, they have some absolutely ripper training Guernseys. I would go out of my way to buy this one and this one. Probably not the orange one. I'm going to put the orange one in dislike, just because obviously a lot of teams switch up some colours for their training Guernseys, which I don't mind just because it's training Guernseys. You can experiment a lot with different types of training kits, but that one, not a fan just because it's orange. But wow, that pink and blue one, and this one as well, is going straight up in elite. I don't know why. There's just little subtle texture and patterns on this Cats jumper that just makes it really stand out to me, and I would go out of my way to buy this with my own money. Moving on to the Gold Coast kit. Now they have a very similar design to what they have in their Clash Guernsey in the on-field merchandise section. I'm going to put it in good just because I love the patterns that the Gold Coast Suns always go for. They always seem to produce pretty nice Guernseys with colours and also designs. I'm going to put it there. I don't think it's as good as this Brisbane one, but certainly up there with a pretty good training kit. Now moving on to GWS, it is just the plain stock standard Guernsey that is not appealing to me one bit. In fact, I'm actually going to put it behind the Geelong one, and the Geelong one is an orange kit for Geelong, so that is saying something. It is just a plain orange kit with grey stripes down the side of the jumper. Wouldn't go out of my way to purchase this, and I just don't see it too appealing to me. Now moving on to the Hawthorn one, this could be a bit of a mixed opinion one, but I'm going to put it in elite. In fact, oh no, I don't like it as much as the Cats ones. The Cats ones I really do like the design, but the Hawthorn one, I really do like them switching it up and going for a matte black shade. In my opinion, anything in matte black just looks really good in my eyes, and seeing it introduced into a training kit, I really don't mind the Hawks doing, obviously experimenting with some different shades and colours, and then also their logo and sponsors are also in a dark grey / gold texture, which just really suits the Hawks, this Guernsey. Now moving on to Melbourne, I was only able to find I'm pretty sure this is the t-shirt they use when running onto the ground. It doesn't look too bad. They've got a few different designs and patterns on there. I'll put it in good for now. I don't think it is up in elite. I'm going to put it bottom end of good just because it's a very basic stock standard kit, but just because of the patterns and the designs they have on the kit, I'll put it in good. Now moving on to Port Adelaide, they have two different kits. They've got a pink or coral one, and then they've got a black one. We'll start off with the black one. I'm going to put in it. It doesn't look too bad. I like the design they've gone with, a little bit of a gradient down the right hand side of the jumper. I'm going to put it top end of alright just because I love the way it's designed. However, I don't think it is going to be meeting the standards with these four Guernseys. However, the coral, as I have said previously, I love how the teams switch up the Guernseys in their training kits just to experiment different shades and colours, because it could either work out really well or not work out too great, but it doesn't matter because it is a training kit overall. Now the coral kit that the Port Adelaide Power have decided to go with here, I'm going to put it in a good jumper. I'm going to put it in front of the D's but not in front of the Pies, obviously just because it's not their default colour. But yeah, the Pies I reckon really good. I'm going to put it in between the Pies and the D's. Moving on to Richmond, they've just got the one Guernsey.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
Moving on to Richmond, they've got a pretty stock standard Guernsey here, just with the sponsorships in the middle of the jumper, logo top right, and another Puma sponsor up the top left. However, I don't mind this basic design. I'm going to just put it behind. It's just there. It's just with these three here. It's just very similar. It just got their sponsors in the middle and nothing really too appealing to my eyes, so I'm going to put it there. Now the Saints have three different Guernseys I was able to find for their training kits. They've got a white one, a yellow one, and a red one. Starting off with their default red one, don't see it too appealing just because it's quite basic. It's got a little bit of a black gradient up the top right of the jumper. I'm going to put it just behind Port Adelaide for now, and moving on to the white kit, I think is a little bit better than the red one. I'm going to put it here just because you can see a little bit more colours on the collar and on the arm sleeves as well. And now the yellow kit, love seeing the clubs experiment different colours. However, in my opinion, I don't think yellow works too well, and I do think that the Saints have been using yellow in their training kits for quite a while now. However, I don't think it's the right fit. I'm going to put it behind this Port Adelaide Guernsey. Moving on to the Sydney one, everything about this is very basic, but I just love the clean design. It just looks so clean, and everything is placed just to perfection, right in the middle, right in the perfect spots for a singlet, for a training Guernsey. I'm going to put it in good just because I like the colour red, I like the swans, and this is an absolute crazy clean Guernsey. I'm going to put it just behind Collingwood. Now moving on to the Eagles, they have two different designs for today. They've got one with a massive eagle in the middle and one with the sponsorships in the middle. I'll start off with this one. It looks a bit like a actual home Guernsey or something they would use, obviously just not with the big half circles they have over the sleeves in real life. I don't mind it though. I'm going to put it in good. I don't mind the design. There is also some little detail that you can not see from the tier maker, but if you zoom in you'll be able to see it. And this one with the sponsors in the middle, I'll put here. I reckon I like the Saints kit a little bit more than it, and I think I like the Eagles standing out more than the sponsorships in the training jumper. Moving on to the last one of the video, we have the Western Bulldogs. Now they've got a basic one. This isn't the actual training jumper that they use, however I wasn't able to get my hands on it for this video, so I've just had to get the one off their website. Very stock standard. Probably wouldn't go out of my way just to buy this Guernsey just because of how plain it is. I think we're going to put it there just because of how basic it is. Now, I like how the Saints went for a bit of an experimental idea here, but I just think the Dogs neutral blue colour, I think it's going to beat that, but not the Port Adelaide one. There we have it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Once again, the footy content will be coming out every single week, so make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like on the video so you never miss an upload. I'll see you all in the next video.